Hi, hello everyone. Hi, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel MEM Growth. So in the last video, we discussed about browser and context and page. Those are very important because only if you know what is browser and what is context is storing and the page instance, you will be able to understand the details how we can automate this authentication. Okay. So even in yesterday video, I have told you like if you are building the framework, okay, the bit challenging part is automating the authentication, the login part, okay, because each and every application it differs. Like some application generate a JWT token, and they some prefer OAuth. There are so many things available. So only if you understand the underlying mechanism behind this, then you will be exactly touch work on that part to solve the error. Okay. So here today, this is a very important concept. Login once and run test faster. Need not do the login again and again. Okay, that is not the optimized or efficient way. So that is what we are going to see today. Okay, so today let's go ahead and create this file. So I have created this file multiple user dot spec.js under the tests folder. Okay, yesterday where we have created the same folder, we are going to create this file. Okay, and let me bring the code. Okay, so this is the whatever yesterday we have written the same thing. We have to log into this orange website and then enter user ID password and then click on the button. Maybe I can show you the UI. This is the UI. I think yesterday we have worked on this. Maybe I can show it to you again. See, this is the login screen. This is the URL which we have used. Okay, and then okay, it's already been logged in. Let me log out and show you. Okay, so login screen, this is the URL I have given, and you have to enter user ID and password and then click the button and then validate this H6. Let me log in. Okay, so it is logged in. You can see like here you have the title. This is the H6 tag. So we are validating over here. Okay, not much we have discussed here. So don't just think I'm not explaining on how to find the locator or clicking the button. All these things we will discuss in the future video. I will have a separate video for locators to discuss about the locators. So right now in this video we are going to discuss only about the authentication, how we can use the storage state and avoid this redundant login. Okay, so need not worry about that. Okay, so I have given too much wait time. Let me, I just wanted to show you the screens, that's why I have given the wait time. So let me bring the, see, this is one test case and I have added two more test cases. Login test, this is one test case and this is the next test case. I will just reduce the time so that it doesn't take too much time on execution. Okay, we are repeating the same steps. Only thing is a small change. I'll explain you now. So in the first step, we are just validating, first test case, we are validating only this particular title is visible. And in the second test case, what happens is it is clicking this particular locator. So this is the locator PIM. I can show you. Inspect. Just right click and inspect. Okay, see, this is the OXT main menu item actor. OXT main menu item name I have given, and it is using the filter like hash text PIM. Okay, so with that we are just clicking on this one, this link, and validating whether PIM is visible. This is also the H6 tag. Okay, and same way the next test case is click on the recruitment and then verify this particular heading is visible or not. That's all. It's a very simple thing. Click on this particular link and validate, and click on this recruitment link and validate. Okay, let's start execute. Then okay, let's multiple users spec.js. Okay, if you want to execute in UI mode, you have to give header. Okay, okay, it has started execution. Must be a single function. 1 second. Okay, let's start our execution. You have to open the terminal and just give okay, multiple user. The file name is multiple user spec, and just give hyphen header if you want to execute in UI mode. Okay. Okay. Yeah. It is showing running 9 tests using 4 workers. We have only 3 tests. The reason it is showing 9 tests is it is executing in all 3 browser, Firefox, Chrome and WebKit. Okay. Okay, let it execute. I don't think we have to execute all the test cases in all the browser. Maybe we can just, it will take too much time. Let me end this. Okay. So what we can do is, see, if you want, you can run. There is no issues, but I don't want to spend too much time on showing this thing. What we can do is, we can just go ahead and comment this. Okay, these two browser I will comment. We can only use Chromium for right now. And here you can see the worker. So here it is worker is undefined because then it will decide the playwright test runner, or the CPU will decide how many. I'm not sure. It will decide how many workers based on the workload. It will decide how many workers it needed, because previously, like for 9 tests, it has given 4 workers, right? So right now I don't want to use that much. I'll just make it as 1. Okay. Okay, let me execute, save and execute. So now you can see only 3 tests using 1 worker. Okay, so that you can see the browser clearly. That's the reason I just wanted to show you. Okay, yeah, it's coming up, logging in and validating. Yeah, now it is clicking on the next test case PIM, and now the third one, recruitment. See, every time it is logging in and then going to the dashboard page and then validating. Okay, it is passed. Let's see the report. Okay, so you can see all 3 test cases are passed. First, it has done navigate to the login page, enter user ID, password, and everything pretty much the same. Okay, again, see the login and login test 3, again login. See what is, see, you can see every time we are just using the login function. Okay, see, we are keep doing the logging in again and again. This 5 steps, page dot go to and locator, until this clicking the button. This login function we are almost doing in all the test. This is not efficient, right? When we are performing the, when we are building the framework, if you just spend too much time on logging in for each and every test case, that is not the optimized framework, and that is not the efficient one. So that's the reason I just wanted to explain you this particular feature called authorization using the storage state. We will go through that today, and then you can see how we can avoid this redundant login. Just log in once and save the session storage and use it further. Okay, so now I'm going to create one more file in the root level, not in the not under the test folder. We can create the one global setup file. Okay, okay, so you have created over here. Remember, you have to create it in the root level, not in the test folder. Okay, so let's bring the code over here. So here we are writing one function. This is the async function. And here we are importing the Playwright test runner. And you could ask me you could ask me the question like yesterday you said if we are using the Playwright test runner, we don't need to create this Chrome or this browser instance or a context or page instance manually. But why do we do it now? Because we wanted to fetch those cookies and everything. That's the reason manually we are just creating once and fetching all those details and using it further. Okay, now the next one is after opening the browser and context and page instance, I'm just giving the same thing for the login. Just go to the page, the login page, and enter the details. And that's all. This is the important line which we are going to discuss now. See, yesterday I told you this browser, it will create the browser instance, and the context, this is the one where you will have the cookies, session storage, local storage, everything. Okay. I can show you the PPT. See, context.storageState. As I told you, this context only will have the session storage and local storage, everything, cookies and everything. What we are going to do is using this from this context, we are getting the detail and storing it in this file using the storage state function. Okay. So this is the JSON file. It will fetch the information from the context and store it over here so that in the further test cases we can use it. Okay. So now you understand in the cookies, you have a session cookies, CSRF token, JWT token is available in the local storage, and temporary session values is available in the session storage. Okay. So only if you know in your application what exactly they are using, JWT token or session or temporary session, all these things you need to know. Only then you will be able to fetch it from here. So right now when you just say context.storageState, it will store all the information in this JSON file. Here I have just given path and authState.json. That's all. Okay. So we have created a browser page instance and logged in and got the information from this context and stored it over here. Okay. This is all set now. So now we are going to write the test case. So earlier we have written the test case with all the login and everything, but now create one more file. The same thing, multiple user, but this is the new one. Okay, this is the old one with login. Now I'm going to write the test case without login. Okay, but before that we have to do one more thing. Okay, so here we have to mention the storage state path. Okay, this is we are declaring in a globally, so that if you just put it over here, you can just create as many tests as you want. Everything will refer this path. It will take the auth state JSON, it will refer the auth state.json, and it will fetch the information, and the login will be already done and you can directly run the test case. This is one thing, and there is you have to specify where it is available. It is available under the global setup. This path you have to give, this file path you have to give, this is the one. And then you have to mention use the storage state. This is the next line, you have to add it. Okay, and once this is done, you can just go ahead and create this file. Now I will write the code without login. Okay. Okay. uh, okay, so this is the code. See, here I have ignored the login part. I'm just directly giving the dashboard page, and then the link, the locator to click on the link, and then just do some validation, expect. Okay. And see, here you can see I have used test.use storage state. Either you can give it here under use storage state or .json, this is global, or else if you want if you want to use only within this file, and other than that you don't want to use it anywhere, then you can use this is something like overriding. You just use it only over it within this test block. Okay, not test block, within this test file. Okay, but I have given it globally. I don't want to give it here. I'm just telling you, if you want you can use it like this. So the scope of the test.use is it applies to all the tests in the file. If you're writing multiple tests, and this one will be applicable to all the tests which you are going to write. Okay, and does not affect the other test file. If you're writing this particular line only in this file, the other files will not be bothered. Okay, it will be applicable only within this file, and it does not modify the global config, and it does not persist after this file ends. Okay, once this file ends, that's all. It will not persist for other files. Okay, so I will just also bring you another two test cases. See, this is the same thing, okay? I'm not going to spend too much time on writing each and every line because this is going to be the same thing. Opening the dashboard page and then clicking on that particular locator and validating. Again, opening on the dashboard page and clicking on the different locator, okay? This is the recruitment and this is the dashboard. This is PIM. See, each and everything deals with different test cases. This is fine, but you don't want to do the same thing again and again, okay? So now everything is done. I feel okay. Let's start execute. Let's see how it is logging in every time or multiple user new. Okay. If you want to execute in UI mode, just give hyphen header. That's all. Okay. I think I forgot to export the file. Let me check. Yeah. See, I forgot to export the file. Whenever you write the function, you need to export. Okay. It is clearly telling file must be export a single function. We have exported the file, but we didn't export the function because here we have given the file name, but we didn't export the function inside the file. Okay. So now see here you have written the function global setup. This is a function. So you have to export it. This is the line I forgot. Okay, now I think it should be good. Okay. It's just taking some time. Okay, now let's start executing our code. I have given the file name. Okay, hyphen header. So it has been logged in and the session storage is stored the information. So now you see it is not logging in again and again. Earlier you see that, right? It was logging in again and again. But now with already available authState.json information, it is just not doing the login again. It's just executing the test cases. So you can see all three test cases are passed. Maybe we can just refer the reports. And you can see all these test cases are passed. See here you can see it is not doing any login. It's just navigating to the dashboard page and clicking on that particular locator, everything. So you don't need to waste too much time on logging in again and again, and that is not the optimal way and that is not the correct way also. Okay, everything you everywhere you can see no login, just only working on the dashboard and clicking on the other items. That's all. Okay. Good. So now, see, in this test case, I have explained. So this is a test case. Here, if you just concentrate, we are using the username and password admin1 and admin123. This is the same user. Okay. So everywhere we are using the same user, even in this test case and the other test case and the third test case. So if you have the same user credential, if the same user is going to log in again and again, then you can go ahead and use this storage state. Okay, and it will be very efficient. You can just store the information and use it in your later test cases. What in case, consider in this example, see, this is the another website. I'll show you. We can open the website. Source demo. Okay, so here we have different user. but the same password, but different profile, you could say. Even see in the real time when you work in your projects, definitely it's going to be like there will be a admin and the creator and the approver. There will be different roles, right? So you have to use a different user ID and password for each and every role, I would say. So here how we have used standard user, visual user, and the other test cases problem user, something like that. Different roles. I don't have the application, means industry standard application. I don't have all the credentials, so I have just found out this one which has a different credential. So in this case, you cannot use the what is this one? Okay, this global setup in a global way. You cannot declare it over here like storage state or state JSON, because then every file will start picking up only this file. Okay, but if it has a different credential, I don't think that will be correct, right? So in that case, what you have to do is you have to how to use storage state correctly with multiple user with different credential. You can go do like this test.use, as I told you. You can use, if you use test.use, it will be applicable only for this particular test case. So you can create a different test for a standard user and visual user and another role, whatever you want. Though then it will be or else you can create a different file and then just do the login part, so that in further test case you can use it. So that's the reason I have told you, explained you both the ways how you can use this test.use individually for the file, even in the global wise. Okay, so if you want to do it for a different user with different credentials, then you can just use this line. So then it will be available for only this particular test case. It will not affect the other test case. Okay, so that's the reason I wanted to explain this concept also. Maybe right now we have to cover too many topics, so we will just keep this in hold. Maybe at the end of the tutorial, when we near the end, that time if we have bandwidth, I will cover this topic, like how you can perform authentication for different credentials for different users. Okay, so for right now, we just understood like how we can automate the login part using the authorization using the storage state. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching the video. We'll see you on the next video. Bye.